The secret key to succeed as a video editor is to learn all the trending styles on the internet, and eventually you'll get paid so much money from the market. And my friend, if you think like that, I can't blame you, because I used to think the same way at just 15 years of age when I made my first $1,000 with video editing. But trust me when I say this, it will not work, because ever since I hit that goal, all I want to do is to make as much money as I can with video editing. And regardless of the work that I put in, I was stuck at the same position because I was just not scaling at all. And the soon I realized and fixed my mistake, that's when I started to land many high-paying clients, started my YouTube channel, grew that channel to over 2,000 subscribers under 28 days, and that has led me to start my first ever business. And this was all possible because of this one single framework that I have followed. Which is why in this video you will learn the exact framework that has got me these results, so you can achieve the same results as a video editor to change your life regardless of the position that you are in right now. Look, video editing alone is not an high-income skill. Whatever you have been told about that video editing being a high-income skill and you can make so much money out of it, it is completely not true if you do not know how to actually package this in a way to drive results to your clients. Because let me ask you this question: how do you think your clients will be able to make much more money than the money that they invest into your editing service? I know, right? There's no right or wrong answer for this, because just because you give them a fancy edit, there's no way in hell that they will be able to make so much money just with a fancy edit. And that is exactly why video editing is not a result-based skill. Video editing is more like a convenience or kind of like a fancy addition to your offer. But you can change this, which means you need to actually structure your video editing offer or your service in a way that your clients understand that this is more like an investment rather than an expense. So here's exactly how you can actually structure your offer in a way that you will be able to provide measurable results to your clients. First thing is, once you have a clear understanding about whatever your offer is going to be, you need to find the outcome that you're trying to sell. Do not focus about the fancy editing styles. Do not focus about I will edit your videos in this style, I will make some cool 3D animations. Businesses do not give a shit about the editing. What they care about is the results that they can get out of the investment. You need to change your mindset from being just an editor to someone who actually knows how videos work. You are more like a video strategist that knows how to market their business in this digital space. If you manage to give high quality engagement to your clients' videos, that means more trust that is going to build with the client and the audience that they are targeting, and that means more inbound leads, and that will actually direct into sales. That is kind of like the mindset. That is how you need to actually structure your offer, not as someone who just basically selling their skill. Find a problem in the market and find how your expertise and your skills will be able to actually solve that problem, and then sell the end result. So now once you understand how to actually market your video editing service in a way to actually drive measurable results to your clients, then we can move into the second step. Let's be real here, no one pays for editing, and if you think about that people just want some fancy edits, it's completely not true. Creators and businesses pays for what editing can do to their business, the impact that they can have on the business as a result of this editing service. So instead of saying I'll just edit your videos in Imam Ghazi style, you need to find a specific problem the market is actually facing. And when it comes to the market, people do not really understand what is actually meant by the market. You see, once I started with video editing, I basically worked with anyone who's actually willing to pay me for that. I did not care about the market that they're in. I did not care about the niche that they're in. All I care about was the money that I can make out of that client. But if you keep having that mindset, I will guarantee you that will keep you broke forever. So instead, what you need to focus here, you need to find a market that people are willing to pay a premium price to this video editing service, because not all markets needs video editing service. If you just go on YouTube, there are countless number of videos where people are basically uploading some screen recordings without having any fancy editing, but still they manage to get thousands of views and they manage to make so much money out of those videos. But there's always a market open for this service, because there's businesses that can actually directly affect their revenue with this video editing skill. That will be coaches, real estate agents, course sellers. There are countless number of markets where you can hop on, give them your service at a premium rate. But first, you need to find that specific market that you are trying to sell. Before you do anything, you need to ask these two questions. Who needs video content that directly grows their business? How does your editing turn into leads, sales, or authority for them? Those are the two types of questions that you need to ask before you decide on the market that you're gonna sell your offer to. Once you do that, your service becomes more an investment rather than an expense. So if you change the perspective on how you view this thing, if you basically offer your service into a gamer, the return on the investment that they have on your service will be comparatively low because what they're selling is not something so much profitable, and in that market there's not so much money out there. But whereas if you sell the same service into a different market where there's so much money to invest, then the return on investment that those clients get from your offer will be comparatively high, and that means the more money that your clients make and the more money that you will be able to charge. Instead of saying I'll just edit videos, change your pitch to saying something like I help consultants, agency owners and entrepreneurs to book 10 to 20 inbound leads per month with our video editing service. That basically changes the mindset on how they view you. They do not see you as an editor, they see you as someone who will be able to help them market their business in order for them to make so much money. Because at the end of the day, if you do not manage to give your clients a much more higher return on investment, then your business will not get profit out of that. So once you understand that, once you understand the specific problem that you are trying to solve, once you understand the market that you're actually willing to offer your service to, then we can move into the third step: find clients and get your sales done. And the easiest way that you can do that is through your personal brand. And without having a personal brand, there's no way in hell that you will be able to make that $10,000 per month. And if you want to know exactly how you can build your own personal brand as a video editor, make sure that you watch this video where I have laid down the exact same framework that I use to do this. I will see you there, and bye bye.